Oh, Lord, please let me get to level 3 and don't let me turn into magenta. Amen. This is the worst raider ever designed. They reduce our content in the second anniversary more than ever. Sorry, that's I'm Catholic, so I can make that joke.
What?
Oh shit, dude.
A kidnapping? This sounds like a job for an old-fashioned superhero. Damn us! You already know your orders. Protect the innocent.
Roger that.
Don't let yourself get distracted. We need to find a way out of here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah? Oh, sick, dude.
Here comes the pain.
Word the fuck up in my asshole.
This is it.
Just for fun, right, guys? We play just for fun, right? Even when there's no ranked? Just for fun, right? Just for fun, right? Just for fun, right? We play just for fun, right? Let's post about this on the Reddit. Yeah, we get hated for no reason. There's definitely no reason as to why we get hated upon by the community. For no reason, right?
Activating
Just for fun, yeah, guys? Just for fun, right? Let's talk about how much fun we're having. Just for fun, right? Definitely not like because there's no rank. We'll like actually have a little bit of fun. Like surely, right? Like fun is the optimal thing that we're trying to do here. Just for fun, right? Like this is just for fun. Let's talk about how much fun we're having. Like I can't believe like people like actually defend this shit. Like it's actually crazy to me. Like it is actually so fucking cringe.
Dr. Hannah, can you handle this?
Like how is this like considered to like be fun and like engaging for like both sides of the community? Like you're not having fun. Like you're just straight up bullying the raider. Like, look at this shit, bro. Guys, can I at least like get some fucking XP from this match? Or are you guys just gonna beat my ass just for a funny clip? So I just want to make it very apparent here. So these guys probably might not even get rewards for this game. They just had to make a point in beating my ass this fast. These guys play for fun. On Reddit, they get annoyed if you talk shit. They say they don't run meta, by the way. They say they don't run meta. They don't always run meta. They run fun stuff. They play for fun. I'm done being nice at this point. So they say they play for fun. They're not just out here to like ruin people's time. They just play for fun. They're just a funny, holly jolly group of 7 people playing for fun. And this is unranked, by the way. So like they're just a holly jolly group of 7 people playing for fun, and that's all it is. And when you run into them, it's your fault or it's by accident. And that's all it is. And they'll say GG's. They'll like say if you're a streamer like me, they'll hop into your stream and say GG's. They'll say have a good game, good match. They'll shake your hand, all that shit, right? So like, please tell me as a creator, from my perspective, streaming this game, I've been live for 3.5 hours at this point. I'm just trying to take advantage of the last couple hours of double XP. We have 2 hours left, 3 hours left. Explain to me how I'm supposed to feel after a game like that. With no ranked, this is at this point maybe 2 weeks into the anniversary, the celebration of 2 years of this game being active. How am I supposed to react to a game like this? Am I supposed to just simply say GG's, good game after this type of game? Am I supposed to crash out and it's like a funny clip added to a compilation for clickbaiting? Like, truly, because I feel like I can't satisfy the Reddit, I can't satisfy the casual base, and I can't satisfy my viewer base depending on how I react to stuff like this. So I don't know how I'm going to use this video, because I'm definitely using this footage, because I feel like this definitely is a problem. And jokes aside, like at this point, like whatever, I got angry, whatever, I got salty, whatever, they kicked my ass, whatever, they cream pied me, I'm impregnated now, I'm gonna be born Cool Money's baby, and I'm probably gonna call it Jeremiah Samirkwai as their last name. But regardless of that, like I just think at the end of the day, there is a lack of empathy in this community. And this isn't just me talking as a streamer or as a content creator. This is just someone that enjoys playing this game and has fun playing this game as a part of this community. Like, if I'm somebody that just got off work, I just got out of school, and I only have like an hour, 2 hours tops to play this game, I get my one Raider game, and I get this. Do you not expect me as a human to not be frustrated by playing against something like this? To not be agitated, to not be like annoyed by playing against something like this? This is regardless of the players, because I feel like a lot of people like to target this, angle this as me hating designated players, because truly I get along with the people in this group. I really, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm annoyed like that happened. The game is the game. Outside of the game, just the relationship that the survivors and the raiders have, that's what more so I'm interested in here. I just feel like it's very toxic, and I feel like a lot of people point towards rank, and I think that's very unfair. I think that's very unfair due to the fact, as you can see here, proof in real time that Premades, and this isn't just this specific Premade. This is not just a specific Premade. Premades are going to play this way regardless if the sun is out, regardless if it's snowing, if there's a tornado, if there's a hurricane watch, if there's ranked or if there's unranked. So I feel like people just kind of pinpointing to ranked and that being the be-all end-all issue of this game, I feel like that's not really getting the full point. The full point of this game is that from a 7-man versus 1-man perspective, this game is largely unbalanced. And the Gammas suck, like, regardless. I think it's a good group anyway. It's just that, especially against a Premade, they're going to look very bad. But if I was Goku Black, arguably the best raid in the game, I would have had to have played out of my mind. I would have had to have hoped and prayed, crossed my fingers and my toes that these guys misplayed, got bad spawns, etc. to win that game, right? I would have had to have played it like it was Evo Grand Finals, $10,000 on the line to win that game. And I feel like in the context of Breakers, it's like, you know, it's an asymmetrical game. I don't think everybody is down for this level of like high octane gameplay. And to a certain extent, that match in a bubble is fun. Like, even though like I'm very like in that match specifically, I was annoyed and I was frustrated. If I was doing a custom game and I you know, specifically was in the mindset of like, okay, I'm going to be playing against a very like crazy group. They know what they're doing. They're very good players and they're running meta. I wouldn't be as annoyed and I wouldn't be as frustrated. And like luckily in that context, I got a game on my 0 priority. And typically that's like, oh my God, that's a gold mine, right? I lost that game. And if that was ranked, because I lost the previous game too, I would have deranked, right? So just, I feel like in that context, I feel like there's just a lack of empathy from players that are pre-mating. And I think the unfortunate part is that like if I wanted to stream like I am right now on twitch.tv/the Ironcane Monday through Thursdays around 10 p.m. Eastern time. If I wanted to do Survivor Queue and open up the lobby, show the code, and you guys join, I could not play with you guys. I could not play with you guys because region locking, coastal locking, all that stuff. So the fact that that group is fortunate enough to play with one another, not that it should be grateful for that, and I'm not even gonna like guilt trip them because the game just fucking sucks queuing with one another, and it's fucking awful. But what adds frustration to that, and again, that's not their fault, but the fact that the game queuing is so fucked that I can't even play with whoever I want unless they live fucking 2 feet away from me. The fact that there are groups like that that play with one another, that have VPNs so they can play one another, to play to that extent of like intensity, is very frustrating. And again, if it was a custom game and I'm like, listen, let's just fucking like go balls to the walls and play like competitive, like, sure, I'm down for it. But in like a respect like this, when I'm just simply trying to take advantage of double XP that's going on right now, and sure, I still leveled up. I still leveled up, right? But I just got fucking manhandled, back to back, ass fucked, tit fucked. They come down my back, on my ass, on my face, and I swallowed. I swallowed that game. I tried to spit it up. I swallowed. There was nothing I could do. I had to take it. I had to take it. There was nothing I could do in that fucking game. It's just like, I feel like what a lot of people are missing is the context. And that's the biggest issue with this game. And I feel like a lot of people like pin the blame on Premades. At the end of the day, if people want to play together and ass raiders to, you know, sunrise to sundown, power to them, bro. But it just sucks that I can't even play with people for fun. And like, there's either randoms or there's Premades. That's it. It's very like, very lucky if you get in a group where players know what they're doing and they're playing together, because it's just up to fucking God at this point, bro. Because there's this coastal lock and there's region lock bullshit where like I can't even do a match, say with Nano. If I just wanted to play with me and Nano, me and Dotto, me with Slay, I can't do that. Just me and him. I can't do that because he doesn't live next door to me. That's what fucking sucks. And I think that's what ruins the dynamic of this game. And I'm not saying that might turn people off to this game. I think what ultimately turns people off to this game is the fact that you can't find matches. But say, you know, after an hour of queuing, you find a match and that's the match you get. Imagine being a new player and that's the match you get. Why the fuck would you still play this game? If I were a new player and that were me, I would be hitting the X button right now. I would be hitting the X button right the fuck now. After an hour and I get that shit? But like, who's to blame? Do I blame the Premade? Do I blame the Premade of players that like have been playing this game? They know the meta. They know what's worked. They're well coordinated. Do I blame them for their passion, for their love of this game? Even though like I get ass fucked and I'm cream pied and I have to like hold the baby for 8 months or 12 months, whatever a female pregnancy works. I don't know, right? Like, I think it's a very toxic conversation because I think it's become very black and white in the sense that Premades are just like the evil bad guy in this conversation. Where like, I can get that. And to a certain extent, I am annoyed by Premades because I feel like they want to do that shit, but they also don't want to be blamed. They also don't want to like take any heat. They just want to come off as if they're just having fun. They're just happy-go-lucky players playing the game. I don't think there was anything happy-go-lucky about that. I wasn't given a chance to breathe. I was shoved down my throat, and I had to swallow every, like, you know, inch of that, right? There was nothing I could do in that situation. It was either I prevented the going down my throat for an extra couple of minutes, or I allowed it to go down my throat even further and just swallow the load that I was going to receive. Like, it was going to happen regardless, like, no matter how I played there. Truly. And I don't think there was anything I could have done there in that situation. I imagine there's some Redditor with like a fucking 900 IQ. That's the reincarnation of Albert Einstein. It's going to break down this fucking match by minute and detail every play I could have made. To that point, you have a bigger than me. I'm a 4-incher, and I'm trying to rock with what I got. You're a fucking 9-incher, and I can't compete with that. You got that, bro. But to the real human beings on this fucking planet that don't have 9-inchers, like the Reddit users, I don't know. I think ultimately, unless the fucking dev team fixes this queue time, or just fixes like queuing in this game in general, I think as a community, we have to have a little empathy for one another, because you have to understand that when players get Raider games, that might not be a game that they get in the first 30 seconds. That's not a first game they're getting in the first minute. That's a game that they're getting in the first hour, in an hour and a half. And I understand that Premades are playing with one another. Typically, you're VPNing, you're going out of your way, and you're just trying to have a good time. And if you have fun stopping the fuck out of Raiders, cream pieing them, and making sure they fucking carry your seed and continue your generation, and you smack their ass and leave your ass print on their ass afterwards, and you get enjoyment out of that, me personally, I wouldn't. But if you do, good for you. That's your cake. If that fucking makes you come, good for you, dude. I have fucking, you know, I can't get hard anymore. So, like, I try to... Sorry, I'm trying to make this funny, but also, like, vent my frustrations. But anyways, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think this is less black and white than people are making it. This is less of a pre-made versus the happy-go-lucky person just trying to play the game thing. This is more of a developer just, like, getting rid of the region lock and coastal lock type thing. But while we're in this situation, while we're all, like, you know, playing in this pile of shit that is Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 7, I would just hope that at the end of the day, we could have a little bit more empathy to our fellow player. Like, if you're going to stomp out a Raider, and you know you're going to win, because you're running meta, and you have a, you know, a Discord of 7, and you have fucking SWAT team callouts and whatnot, at least let the Raider, I guess, get a little, I don't know, playtime in, get a couple medals, like, let them have a little fucking bit of fun before you fucking rail them in the ass, cream pie them, and fucking slap them and leave them in the street with your fucking semen, like, hanging from their asshole. At least let them have a little bit of fun. That's all I ask. And I don't even mean that for me being clouded. That's literally all I ask for. It's just that I feel like for a match like that, in the context of me doing like a pre-made trial or a custom game, I think that could be fun. But now I have to play for another hour to get another Raider game, right? And that kind of fucking sucks. And that's just not for me. That's for like any player in general. And I know I've kind of been yapping in circles, but that's kind of like my rant here regarding pre-mades and whatnot. Because I feel bad because I feel like in the past I've kind of just shit on pre-mades. I've guilt-tripped pre-mades into like not playing how they want to play. At the end of the day, players are going to do what they're going to do, and I think it's very apparent that players are going to do what they're going to do regardless if there's ranked or not. So I'm not going to guilt-trip people into not running meta, because I think that conversation turns into, oh, so what do you want us to run? Do you want us to all fucking run like shit skills so you can just fucking you know, run us over? No, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm just asking for a game that's semi, like, fun on both sides. But ultimately, I understand that unfortunately, that's not realistic. And people are going to do what they're going to do. So, at this point, I would just ask for a little bit of empathy on both sides. If you know you're going to win as Raider, I would try, you know, to at least make it a little bit fun for survivors. I understand the gammas are really fucking bad, where you can't really do that as much. And if you're a fucking pre-made of 7, using VPN so you can actually play together and butt-fuck Raiders and creep-pine them and let, you know, come running down their asshole, you know, try to at least give them, like, more than 5 minutes of playtime so they can actually enjoy, you know, the hour that they spent to actually get that game. That's all I'm really asking for. If that's too much, if I'm just bitching, if I'm just a pussy boy, please let me know in the comments below. But this is just my little rant on pre-mades. This is something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. I don't give a fuck if this is demonetized. This is just my thoughts and feelings on the matter. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm drinking alcohol, dude. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts. And subscribe to the Ironcane channel if you liked any of the funny curse words I said in this video. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Peace out, dude.